I'm Lindsay with Yoga Nut, and welcome to the Fall into Yoga Fall Yoga Challenge. We'll be practicing yoga for 7 days for about 10 minutes per day. Today's practice is yoga for an open mind and an open heart. Let's get started. So we'll start by coming to a standing position. Go ahead and bring your palms together at heart center. Let your feet be about hips distance apart. Standing up nice and tall here. Either close your eyes or bring your gaze towards the ground in front of you. Take a moment to really connect to the feet, grounding down through the pads of the feet and the heels. Seeing if you can stand a bit taller through the spine, through the crown of the head. And then begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Letting your breath flow in and out of the nose if that's available for you today. And as you breathe, just take notice of where you notice the breath. Maybe it's in the back of the throat or at the nose. Maybe it's in the chest or in the belly. Wherever you notice your breath the most today, go ahead and bring your awareness there. Watching each inhale and each exhale as it flows in and out of your body. And see if you can begin to expand the breath just a bit, expanding or lengthening the inhales, and expanding or lengthening the exhales. Noticing that expansion through the chest, through the ribs, through the belly, and that softening through the belly and the ribs and the chest. One more nice, big, expansive breath. And then on your next inhale, I invite you to reach your arms up and overhead. Lift your gaze as well. Feel that stretch in the front of the neck, standing tall. Pressing the hips forward, lift the heart. Lift your gaze if it's not there. Find that tiny back bend. Let's come back to center on an inhale. As you exhale, press your hips to the right as you side bend toward the left. Feeling that stretch on the right side body. Inhale to center. Exhale, opposite side. This time feeling the stretch on the left side body. Inhale, coming back to center. Press the hips forward, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Tiny back bend. 2 breaths here. Feeling that expansion through the chest, that length in the spine. Inhale, let's come back to center. On the exhale, release the arms. We'll just swing from side to side here. Get a little movement in the body, wakening up the body this morning. Make sure that your arms and your legs are moving. Nice. Go ahead and come back to that standing mountain position. At the top of your mat, palms are on either side of the body, standing up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. On an exhale, bring the palms down towards the mat. Bend your knees so that you can step your feet to the back of the mat, lifting your hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk your dog here, bending one knee at a time, getting some movement in the backs of the legs, feeling that stretching along the spine. Great. Bringing the gaze forward between the hands. Let's drop the knees down towards the mat so that your hands are right under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. As you inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head for cow pose, feeling that stretch along the spine. As you exhale, reverse, drop the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. Inhale, coming into our cow pose. Exhaling for cat. 3 more breaths here, finding that cat and cow movement, that tilting of the spine, that stretching through the shoulders and the chest, and also a little bit through the hips and the back. Last one. And coming back to that neutral spine tabletop pose. Once there, on an inhale, lift that right arm up towards the ceiling. Get a good stretch and opening through the chest. And then on an exhale, let's thread the needle, bringing that shoulder down towards the mat, also the side of the head towards the mat. You could stay here or lift that right arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe even stretch it across the back towards the opposite hip or along the ear line. 3 breaths here. Feeling that stretch. And then after your 3 breaths, we'll bring that right hand back underneath the shoulder if it's not there. Inhale, press yourself up. Tabletop pose. Lift and lengthen through that right arm again. Bring the palm down towards the mat. Switching sides. Inhale, lift the left arm nice and long. Opposite side. Exhale, thread the needle. Coming down onto the shoulder and the side of the head. Remember that opposite hand could stay grounded or it could come up towards the ceiling. It could reach across the back towards the opposite thigh or stretch out over the ear line. Again, we'll take 3 breaths here wherever you are, remembering that this side might look a little different. Nice and open through the chest, feeling that expansion as you inhale into the chest and heart center. After your 3 breaths, that right hand comes back down towards the mat. Inhale, press yourself up, tabletop pose. Once there, we'll tuck the toes, press the hips towards the heels, and then straighten your legs, downward facing dog. Bringing all the weight to the left foot. See if you can lift that right leg up, 3-legged dog. Bring the gaze forward, that right hand comes between the hands. We're going to come into a low or crescent type lunge here, pressing into the feet. Inhale, lift the upper body. So we're still kind of low to the mat, extending through the back leg, feeling strong through the legs, nice and open through the chest. Maybe even reach those hands behind you or clasp them if that's available. 2 breaths. Feeling that expansion in the chest and heart. Nice. On the exhale, bring the hands down towards the mat. Take that right foot, step it behind you. Downward dog. Bring all the weight to that right leg. Lift the left foot up. When you're ready, step it forward between the hands, grounding through the feet once more. Inhale, lift through the heart, lifting the upper body. Crescent lunge. So you could stay here or maybe swing those arms behind you or reach the hands, clasping them if it's available. 1 more breath. Bring the hands down towards the mat. Take those feet behind you, downward dog. Gaze comes forward. Step or hop the feet to the front of the mat. Forward fold for a breath. Pressing into those feet. Inhale, lift and lengthen arms. Reach up and overhead, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take that left foot, step it to the back of the mat. Grounding through the feet. Warrior 1 as you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. 3 breaths here, nice and strong. Notice where you can find that sense of grounding. Notice the openness, the expansion through the chest, through the shoulders. 1 more breath here. Take that left foot, step it forward to meet the right, nice and tall. On an exhale, bring the palms together, heart center. Inhale. As you exhale, step that right foot to the back of the mat. Coming into our Warrior 1, opposite side. Grounding through the feet. When you're ready, reach the arms up and overhead. Lift the gaze just a bit here. Feel that expansion through the chest, the grounding and strengthening of the legs. 1 more breath. When you're ready, take that right foot, step it forward to meet the left, nice and tall. Inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Step or hop your feet to the back of the mat, downward dog. Gaze comes forward. Inhale for a plank. On an exhale, it's lower down to the belly. Drop your knees if you need to, sweeping it forward into a back bend. Inhale, reach the heart forward, lengthen through the spine. Cobra or Sphinx. 2 breaths here. Tuck those toes on an exhale, downward dog. Bring the gaze forward, step or hop your feet to the front of the mat. Forward fold just for a moment here, pressing into the feet. Inhale, lift and lengthen, arms reach up and overhead. Find that tiny back bend. One breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take another breath here. Nice job. Go ahead and come down onto our mats. We'll do a quick Shavasana just to let all of that work sink into the body. It's coming all the way down onto your back. Stretching out through the arms and the legs, nice and long. You can keep your eyes open if you like, or close them if that feels comfortable to you. We'll just take this moment here to let the muscles relax, to release tension and let go. To let that work that we just completed sink into the body. To bring that sense of mindfulness, present awareness into the body. To release where you can. Coming back to your breath, noticing the inhales and the exhales as they flow in and out of your nose. See if you can once again lengthen and expand your inhales. And lengthen and expand your exhales. Two more nice full breaths, expanding through the chest, through the ribs, through the belly as you inhale, and softening in those areas through the torso as you exhale. When you're ready, wiggling through your fingers and toes, stretch those arms up and overhead for a moment, inhaling nice and long through the body. Exhale the hands down towards the mat. Go ahead and bend your knees, rolling to one side, and then press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. We'll finish our practice with a cleansing breath, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Bring the hands to heart center. One more cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Great job. That was your yoga for an open mind and heart. Have a lovely day.